Good afternoon, everyone. Happy New Year. Start with broadcast. Happy New Year. Thank you. We'll start with broadcast questions from Ian, then we'll move on to the Daily's briefing embargo till 10:30 tonight. Just a reminder, no social media posting during the broadcast part of the press conference. Ian, you get us started. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, hello.
Manchester City play Liverpool
Yes.
tonight. What would suit you? Tottenham currently second in the table.
Well, I think we are going to try to enjoy the game. I told before that it's a game to enjoy in a neutral position. Happen what happen, we are going to be there, close. But my interest tonight is to try to enjoy the game.
You're not really neutral, though, are you? Because Tottenham.
I cannot affect the game.
No, you can't affect the game. I know that. But you wouldn't really want Liverpool going 9 points clear of you.
That is not in my hands. I am not going to suffer for that. I'm going to try to enjoy the game. I cannot affect the game. Happen what happen. In case to win Liverpool, in case to win Manchester City, or in case to draw, for me, it's going to be okay. It's not a problem. We need to be focusing us.
Sure, but if Liverpool were to go 9 points clear, that would take some catching up.
No, if they deserve to win tonight, and the gap with us is going to be, like you say, 9 points, is because they are better and they deserve to be in that position. I talked with you in the previous press conference that the real contender are Manchester City and Liverpool. I think we are there because we deserve to be there, but we need to show more consistency and deserve to be there on the end of the season. If we are capable to be consistent the whole season, maybe we are there fighting on the end of the season. But of course, that Liverpool or Manchester City are more real contenders than us today.
I'll ask you about Christian Eriksen. He scored 4 goals in his last 6 matches for Tottenham. You said after the Cardiff match with regard to his new contract that no news is good news, but surely some news would be good news.
No, to put in context the question after the game in Cardiff, some colleague asked me some news about the situation of Christian Eriksen. I say no news, and then was a period in silence, and then I said, no, like it's a sentences that say, no news, good news. And then the same. I don't know, in this case is good news or no news, I don't know. That happened. No news, good news. In that case, who knows?
How optimistic are you that there might be some news soon?
Look, I am not a person that suffers too much in this type of situation, because football is dynamic. Football is about interests that the manager sometimes we cannot manage. Or manager or head coach is the same, or coach. Depend on many things in that business. Different parts that have interest, and of course Christian Eriksen is so important player for us, for Tottenham, and of course like a person, like a professional coach, manager, you would like to have this type of player with you. But on the end, it's a negotiation, and it's different parts that have different interests. Will be fantastic if Christian Eriksen is going to be commitment with the club for a long term, and if not, it's in his right to do what he wants to do.
What did you make of Neil Warnock saying after the match against Cardiff that the Premier League should insist you play the rest of your home matches at Wembley?
Yeah, and I think Neil is a very nice guy. I have a great affect for him. But in that point, I think it's not. That is our decision. It's going to be our decision. I told Daniel, in the moment that we can move, we must move. And I think it's going to be an advantage for us rather to be a disadvantage for us. I think it's going to be a massive boost for us to play in our new stadium. I think it's the opposite. To be honest, my thought is that it's going to be in the opposite. To play in our new stadium is going to be a massive boost for the player, for the fans, and it's going to be a fantastic thing for us. Look what happened in Wembley. On Wembley, we lose again Wolf, and I think you can lose or can win in different stadiums. Sure that it's going to be easy for us to create a better atmosphere on our new stadium because it's going to be your home.
Just while we're talking about that, any news on when that move might happen?
No news. Maybe good news or no, or not.
But over the Christmas and New Year period, Tottenham were one of those clubs that had the least amount of recovery time. You had one of the toughest schedules.
Yes.
How do you feel that you've coped with that as you now go into playing on a Friday night at Tranmere?
Yes, that is another thing that in that season that we need to fight again, and but we are so positive and so optimistic, and I think we take it in a very good way. It's a massive challenge, a positive challenge for us. We are going to compete. We are a coaching staff that always we try to see the positive things on and everything that we are going to face. And of course, that is another challenge. Open the possibility to play for different players, to be involved. Players that are a little bit, or we believe that they need to rest, they are going to rest and be ready for the semi-final against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup Tuesday. You know, I think we are going to be competitive tomorrow. We are going to have a very good team on place, and we need to be sure that we show our best face, competitive, right attitude. That is going to be the key to play this type of competition like FA Cup. That is a massive competition, and the different level that we are in different leagues. But in the competition, always, if you are not right and you don't take in the right way the competition, always you can struggle. Look, last season against Newport or Rochdale, that we must play the replay, and that is why we know very well if we are not in our best, it's going to be a difficult game.
Lots of players that are out injured at the moment. I know like Tonga and Ballet.
No, Lamela is sick. Lamela should be in the squad for tomorrow, but he feels bad, he's sick, and that is why he's not going to be on the squad.
How do things stand with Serge Aurier?
Serge Aurier is on the squad.
Okay.
Yes, he's on the squad. Yes.
Will he play?
Maybe play.
Semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. You got to the semi-finals of the FA Cup last season. Just how important would winning a trophy this season be for Tottenham?
Yes, it's for many people. For many people, it's so important for us to win. They believe that yes, it's so important. For me, of course, it's important, like for the player or for the club, always to win a trophy. Will show that we are in a good position, and of course it's going to be good for our egos, to enjoy about to win. But like always, I told you, I was so honest from the day one. That club need to be, first of all, consistent in the top four and consistent in trying to be in Champions League, consistent to challenge the big size, and then think in to try to win trophies. When you add that you need to finish your facilities like the training ground or the new stadium, you add more difficult things to win trophies. But I think we are in a good way. Of course, I accept all the opinion. People say this group of players or Tottenham need to win trophies, but I am not sure if to win the Carabao Cup or to win the FA Cup is going to change the level of the club, or is going to, after that we are going to get the last step that we want to get. And I am not sure. I think if we are capable to challenge the big size and we are consistent on the top four, means that we are going to fight for the league, and to be with good performance challenge the big size on Europe on the Champions League. I think that is the good step to try to be, on the fighting with the top size on Europe, and put Tottenham in the place that I think deserve to be.
Finally from you, tell me about Jared Bowen at Hull. Tottenham linked with quite a bit. Is there interest?
I hear first time I hear from him was yesterday or before yesterday.
Yeah. Yes. No.
I hear for first time yesterday this name. It's like many names that appear on the media and rumors. It's many interested in that business. That how many players are today in the media that related with Tottenham, and happened in the past. Be careful, because hundreds and players were related with the club and then never happened. I think my answer is so clear, no?
Mauricio, hello.
Hello.
Do you accept, though, you're a little bit light up front with Son going away? Will you look at bringing a forward in the January transfer window?
No. It's true that we are disappointed with that situation with Sonny, but we are not going to take a decision because of that. Only we are going to take a decision is all the things are in a very good position that is going to improve our squad, is going to improve, or is going to be a good business for the club. If not, impossible.
Do you think Llorente will stay till the end of the season, or?
I cannot guarantee any player is going to be here. You never know. In football, you cannot guarantee nothing.
With regards to Christian, have you spoken to him? Does he want to stay at Tottenham, Christian Eriksen?
Yes, he's happy here. I think he's showing his commitment. And then what is going to happen in between him and the club is not only in our hands.
Will Harry Kane start tomorrow night? He's played a lot of games over Christmas week. Do you think you'll rest him? Or
He's going to be on the squad. I still don't decide the starting 11.
With regards to the FA Cup last season, leading against Manchester United in the semi-final, do you look back at that as a big missed opportunity, do you think?
No, I think when you lose against Manchester United, or you lose again the final in Carabao Cup with Chelsea, or against Arsenal or against City, I think 50-50. You can lose. The problem, you are sure disappointed, not arrive in a good situation when you play in that competition. If you lose with clubs that are beloved to you, that sure is very disappointing. But when you play semi-final like was last season against Manchester United, you need to accept that you can win or you can lose. The level is even, and it's a very competitive. When you play against big size, you can win or you can lose.
And with regards to, you mentioned changing the level of Tottenham. For you, the priorities are the Premier League and the Champions League. That's your biggest priority this season, isn't it, above the FA Cup League?
I think it's the objective. I think the club, for the club, the objective is to be on the top four and to play Champions League, and of course after the two competitions like a Carabao Cup or FA Cup, we are going to try to win that two competitions. Semi-final, we are in semi-final on Carabao Cup. We start the FA Cup tomorrow. We are going to try. Why not? But I think if you ask all the people here on the club or the same, or the player, the principal focus is always in the Premier League or Champions League. But of course, will be should be very very nice to have the possibility to win the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, of course.
I'm going to finish with Jerry and Ellen. Jerry.
Spurs have always had a good relationship with the FA Cup. It was special for them, and there was a famous win when Ozzy Ardiles and Ricardo Villa won with Tottenham. Were you aware of the sort of FA Cup when you were growing up? And does Ozzy talk about it much, about that final?
Yes, Ozzy talked, and Ricky, we spoke a lot about that competition, of course. But look, always I told you, in competition like FA Cup or Carabao Cup or Champions League or Europa League, you need a little bit lucky. You need to get the benefit for the draw. It's not the same to play the semi-final against Chelsea like to play with all the respect to against Barton. You know, maybe to get the final you arrive in different way. We play Watford, West Ham, Arsenal, and now we are going to play Chelsea, all Premier League, all derbies. It's a massive to arrive to the semi-final. In case to win the semi-final, arrive to the final. You compete with the best team on the Premier League, and you arrive maybe the final against Manchester City, and then you lose. Massive disappointed, or Tottenham no win a title. Yes, you can lose against Manchester City, or you can lose against Chelsea. When you are playing with the best, you can win or you can lose, and depend of the period that how you arrive. No, that is why the most important competition is the Premier League, because the Premier League only who is going to win is the best team on England after 10 months competition. And always, maybe we need some lucky, of course, to win some trophy, but we are going to try. Of course, that competition is a competition that exciting our fans, and it's very exciting competition. Always is, and now I understand after 6 years, it's so mushy competition. It's so nice to play the FA Cup, because when you play that type of game, you feel that it's a different game. And yes, I'm going to try to enjoy tomorrow. I hope that no suffer too much, but sure it's going to be a tough game.
Ali, to finish, please.
Mauricio, one player that's been very important to you since you arrived at Tottenham is Moussa Dembele, but he's now in the last 6 months of his contract. Has any decision been made on his future yet?
No, still no news. No news. Again, like Christian Eriksen, a different situation. It's not only in our hands. It's that business. In that business is different part of the involved. And then it's about to negotiate, to talk, and to see what the different part wanted.
But so in his case, obviously the club might not want to lose him for free. So is there a possibility he could leave this month?
I don't know. That is a club decision. It's going to be a club decision, of course, involved with the player and the people that is with him. At the moment, I don't have any news.
he doesn't have an option like Vertonghen and Alderweireld to extend his contract.
In his contract,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, the camera's off. Thank you.